Wait, what? Oh, here we go. Even more new shit. How cool does that animation look, by the way? That animation is so great. Perfection. 140,000. What the flip just happened, man? What's up, everybody? How's it going? Welcome back to the commentary playthrough of Final Fantasy X, the Pbirdman mod. We are continuing our run against Penance here. This is session 2. Session 1 was not that long because we ran into some issues that kind of halted progress, and I guess I'll talk more about those and the potential fixes we have. But without much further ado, I'm just going to get straight back into it. The same stats that I had last time, the same setup. Let's go in, and the mission for this session is to see if we can get to Form 2 and see if we can survive and how the battle is going. So,
we're counting on you, kid.
So let's get it.
Here we go.
Okay, so there's 2 or 3 issues that I can remember from the first test that we did. That really was like a proper alpha kind of test. There was a few things that Pbirdman himself didn't quite spot that we needed to address. The first is the uppercut issue. As you guys saw, Penance started uppercutting itself, which apparently should definitely not have happened. And if anything, it's still probably a testament to Pbirdman's overall modding so far. That, me included, most of the people that I saw in the comments were like, wait a minute, that's got to be some kind of like deliberate thing. And he's done it for a reason, it's going to cause this effect or that effect. But it turns out it was just a good old honest mistake in the coding, and it's something that he needed to fix. So uppercut has hopefully been fixed for this patch. That's the first thing to note. Other than that, I guess the main thing, hold on, let's just get started in this battle and then we'll talk about it. Because you're going to hopefully notice the second change very soon as well. So we're still going to go for Ultra Null to start here. So we still have Obliteration as the main move for Form 1. But in the previous session I did mention that it didn't really seem right that it was doing the same damage as Vanilla. I thought like for the Pbirdman mod it's got to have a little bit more in the tank. And that's exactly what it does have. So it's doing more damage now. Even with 5 times focus, 5 times cheer, and 255 defense, it did 20,000 damage. So it's going to do closer to 30,000 at 255 defense. So I think that's a much more sort of the kind of number that I'm looking for this kind of battle, I would say. So that's the first thing you'll notice, a little bit more damage from Penance, a little bit more menacing. Because the first form, I felt like it just wasn't dangerous enough. Like once I had my buffs in place, I felt like I was pretty safe. And that's not a feeling that we want to have against Penance pretty much at any stage. So that's one thing. 2, we have a power break. So one thing I said to Pbirdman was, again, it didn't feel dangerous enough. I didn't feel like I was going to really be at any risk of dying at any particular stage of the run. And I said to him that one way to always kind of make that happen is obviously status effects and breaks. And so I said maybe we can introduce some breaks. And Pbirdman rightly said if I do it on the arm attacks, then because some of these attacks are going to filter through to the second form as well, introducing new breaks that are going to be apparent in the second form too could end up being really overkill. So he said, let's not do it on the arms. And then I said, well, what about Obliteration itself? Can we make Obliteration have some breaks? Because it's not going to be used in Form 2. So I feel like it might be a nice compromise to have it. And he said, I'm gonna just give it Power Break here. Because, again, I think Armor Break, given the fact that the arms have pretty devastating attacks if you're broken, their turns are invisible and they're pretty quick, I think having breaks from Obliteration is going to make it too difficult because, of course, you need to heal the damage anyway. You're still going to have 20 to 30,000 damage that you're going to have to deal with, depending on what kind of buffs you have. And then if you have breaks too, you're going to spend like, 4 or 5 turns trying to heal everything. And by that time, the arms would have gotten turns too. And so it's going to get really, really nasty. So he only has Power Break to kind of slow you down from doing damage. And that's another change that we have in this particular version of the mod. So for now, I'm going to keep everything the same until you guys spot another change. I'm gonna get to attacking the body. I think over about 45 to 50,000 I can still do full damage, so I'm just gonna go for it. And we will mix that Mega Mighty G. So the strategies are going to change wildly here from the first patch that we got for now. I think at least anyway. But there's going to be a bit more danger and a few more things to sort of slow you down and not let you plow through that first 3 million damage too quickly. So this is the absolute minimum damage that you can take, but we have Rapture, my favourite addition so far. That's a cool move, man. Okay. So we're going to have to stay on the check for Power Break, and I've been told that the percentage is 10%. So he's been lenient here. Obviously across 3 of your characters it's 30% chance of someone out of the 3 getting Power Broken on any given obliteration. So I think that's pretty fair. Yeah, I think if I'm around that 50,000 mark, here we go, uppercut. One thing he said is that to be able to fix it, the animation had to work in a way that it always hits the person on the right. He said that's the only way I could get it to stop hitting Penance for some reason. I don't know why, but that's just how it works. But hopefully we should never see uppercut hit Penance, because that's not how it should work. Okay, I'm going to try and go easy on the Megalixirs because it's such a long battle. I'm going to start trying to eat through Megalixirs later on if that becomes necessary. As you can see already, I've eaten a fair few healing waters, so obviously one of the concerns I have moving forward is once we get to Form 2, what happens if we run out of healing waters and there's still 5 million damage to do? The battle's really going to get difficult and slow down. So we're going to have to see what happens there. That's why I do think you probably need 99 Megalixirs when you come into this battle. Okay, all the tricks are coming out. We've seen Rapture, Uppercut and Ultimagia. 3 new attacks already. And one thing you'll notice is that Ultimagia still does the same damage, but it removes your buffs. So that's an important note. That's another thing, again, designed to slow you down, because previously, once I put the Protect and Shell on, I could have 5 times Focus, 5 times Cheer, Protect, Shell for pretty much the entirety of the first form, and I never had to think about it again. Because you can apply it through Mega Mighty G as well, it lasts for a longer amount of turns. So honestly, it just became way too easy to buff, and a lot of the attacks didn't do that much damage. So with this, you're more likely to lose your buffs, and it's up to you if you want to waste turns putting them back on, or if you want to try and sort of deal with the higher damage and continue to fight without them. So let's fight for a while without Shell or Protect and see how much more damage we take as a result from these attacks. So I'm going to play it a little more risky here. And I think where possible, if there is a gap between the HP, I'm going to use an X Potion instead, like this, to sort of equalize instead of throwing a Healing Water. Got to make use of those X Potions as well. I think I'm going to give Riku the Overdrive early here, in case I need like a final Elixir or something like that. I mean, the regen is gone too, which at this kind of HP level does start to make a difference over time. Ooh. That's very rare. That literally almost didn't happen at all with 5 times aim. Wow. Oof. So obviously things starting to hit for double now without my buffs. Yeah, so Obliteration is going to hit for 20k pretty much every single time now. So that's 2 healing waters you need to use every time you get hit with one of these. Oof. And obviously it gains 60,000 too. And you can see the damage really starting to stack up here just because I don't have Shell and Protect anymore. This is what I wanted. This is much more dangerous levels of damage here. Look at that damage, 26,000. Oof. So for that reason I'm going to find an elixir here. I won't be able to do this every time, but you guys are getting to see that once your buffs are not there, it's no joke. And I think it's also why if you start to have things like Armor Break and Mental Break being thrown in this form, it's going to really start to overpower you to an extent that you just won't be able to keep up. So I think because we have Terra Graviton to come as well, I'm gonna go with just a Lunar Curtain first to kind of save time, because these buffs are going to keep getting dispelled. So I don't want to waste 6 turns every time rebuffing everything, if I can help it. There you go. This is one of the most deadly attacks. Still 21,000 even with Shell. We've just got to be so careful. So that Ultimagia becomes a real bastard attack. So even though it only does 4,000 damage, now it actually becomes more dangerous. Because I was saying to Pbirdman, I was like, come on man, like 4,000 damage for an attack called Ultimagia, it's not enough. We need more. And he's definitely given us more. But I'm definitely worried about healing waters now. We're going to have to burn through them much more quickly. Honestly, I kind of feel like I need Protect as well, but I'm just worried that I'm going to do all of the buffs. And then literally within like the next turn, Ultimagia's going to come. Oh, he's been power broken as well. Shit. Yeah, it's really starting to add up now. And his shell's gone too, actually. Whoa. Not good. Let's just get Riku up to speed first. Yeah, so a lot more healing in Mark II. At this stage, I probably won't use Riku to attack. I'll use her to reapply buffs. Okay. We've got to keep the damage flowing here because obviously he's healing 60,000 every time one of those happens. So let's see with Power Break how much damage we do. Okay, still pretty good. Yeah, but that obliteration damage is getting brutal now. Yeah, I'm liking these damage numbers. Damn. Okay, so these are the kind of times where surely a Mega Elixir is going to be a good idea. Let's see who's got a break. Try this again. Okay, trying to make my way back. Oh god. Just nasty moves all round. Even at this stage, I'm barely keeping up here. We have to keep the damage going, otherwise we're going to really, really struggle. mean, those buffs disappear really, really quickly. Still gonna go with Light Curtain here. Yeah, we just have to keep doing damage here. I can't. Got to keep it going. Yeah, I'm still going to go for the Light Curtain this time. We'll see if Obliteration is one of these arsehole moves that kind of wipes away your protection as well. These days I forget how many turns it is when you use it as an item. But oh no, we're going to take the full damage from Rapture. This is just really, really deadly stuff here. But this is the Penance battle that I was expecting. We need to see this level of difficulty. There you go. So first KO here. Ooh, okay. But at least my overdrives are charging fairly quickly here. But the 5x cheer is gone, which is a big problem. I kind of feel like both are essential here. This is tough. I mean, already I'm starting to feel like I might have to come back with absolute max HP. I think I'm going to go for... Hold on. Yeah, I think I'm going to go for Mega Mighty G first. Okay. So this is obviously very dangerous right now, but doing my best to survive. I mean, there's a chance maybe even 99 of them are just not enough. So Titus is in his Sentinel position, so I'm hoping that even though he doesn't have the 5x cheer and stuff, he'll be okay here. Because we definitely need to regroup. And I think until I see Ultimagia, even if someone's got a power break, I'm just gonna live with it. I'm not gonna heal it. Yeah, you see Rapture. Watch the damage on Titus now, because he doesn't have 5x focus. Yeah, he took like 30% more. And their turns are in a really annoying sync where they're getting all 3 in a row. So we're really like on the limit here. But I'm thinking once I get back to full health and 5x cheer and protect, then maybe, just maybe, I'll be ready to do some more damage. But for now I just have to keep healing because I'm in danger. Honestly, it's literally going to take 10 turns for me to do all of the cheer and focus. So I just got to make Riku do it. It's going to take too long otherwise. So for now I'm going to defend. But I feel like an Ultimage is coming soon. And that's going to be nasty. Honestly, I might have to instantly kind of reapply the Mega Mighty G, because the Ultimage doesn't seem that frequent, so I do have a window where I can benefit from my buffs. So yeah, let's try it here. Obviously I don't know how randomized it is, maybe the arms have a turn order and I just haven't picked up on it yet. So we'll try and keep a track. So I'm going to have to change my strategy here, hold on. Yeah, so as you can see, all the buffs are gone. That sucks. Obviously he doesn't have the Ultra Novel, that's why he missed. Hopefully this doesn't actually hit Riku, I need her to use that overdrive now. Okay. Honestly, you might even need 99 Gambler Spirits. It's just that kind of battle, man. But I'm struggling to get a foothold in the battle again. More Mega Elixirs. This time just the X Potion for Waka. And he's already in his shielded position, so I'm just going to do the same here. I think we need a few like fortunate turns here. Yeah, you see, this is what I mean. This is when things get unlucky. So there's a wasted overdrive. And now I'm nowhere near the next overdrive. So I'm in trouble. It's just really, really tough. I guess at this stage, Tidus needs at least some of this. So I've kind of got a mismatch of buffs here, because there's only one character who literally needs 5 times cheer and 5 times focus, and I just do not have the turns for that. And I have to keep some kind of momentum going here, otherwise I'm not going to be able to win. Yeah, this is much, much better. It's that good kind of difficult that I'm enjoying. But I want to keep chipping away at this health. So let's see, Riku and Waka have the 5 times cheer and Tidus only has protect. Check the damage. Nice. Okay, it's going Ultimage crazy at the moment. Yeah, that Dispel effect is just really, really nasty. It's a good addition. I really wanted him to up the potency of Ultimage damage-wise. And then I was like, well, if we can't do it damage-wise, we need to find something else for it, because it's just too impotent a move. And so we managed to find something that works pretty well, I think. Thankfully, even without 5 times aim, Tidus is still able to hit fairly frequently, so that's something. I think with Waka we'll keep attacking too. We're starting to get some good damage in now, though. The suspense on this move is kind of worse now, because obviously I don't know who it actually hit, even though the animation shows Riku. Wait, what? Oh, here we go. Even more new shit. So this is something I need to talk about. How cool does that animation look, by the way? That animation is so great. Perfection. 140,000. What the flip just happened, man? Shit. Okay. Right, this is something that I got to talk about for a bit here. Obviously, people would have noticed the poison effect. And obviously, at this stage, it's almost impossible to tell what the hell the deal is with that. They're taking almost no damage from it. It's like 7 HP, 10 HP, 17 HP. Why the hell are they poisoned? What purpose does it serve? And I need to take a little break to at least give an idea of the kind of things that that poison is doing in this battle and why it's there. So, when I was discussing with Pbirdman what I was up to, he asked me to list out which attacks I saw, and I told him, and he's like, that's interesting, there's a few attacks and moves that are still missing from that list. And I was like, oh, okay, that's interesting, I didn't realize you had even more. I thought maybe it was reserved for the second form, and he's like, no, not specifically. And so I tried to find out what the deal was, and basically it made him realize that he needed to make a little tweak. So the poison damage that the arms take is used as a way to sort of time certain moves and events in a way that he wants. So because of poison damage and the way it works, and the fact that he can control how much poison damage each arm takes, he can, for example, much more easily manipulate what happens to its turns if he wants them to do a certain move at a certain HP level, if that makes any sense. So basically the arms are almost like a counter of sorts. The poison damage acts as a counter, and when it reaches a certain level, it unleashes a move like you saw, Triple Torch, which gives us like some fire damage. I'm assuming it's fire damage, maybe it's non-elemental, I don't know. It refers to the books, so he's got like the new little book lore in his mod. Makes reference to the torch, and then it also gives Penance regen apparently, which is horrible, but that's triggered by the poison damage. That's the reason why it's happened. And so that's why, like, it's an ingenious method of timing moves in a certain way. And I guess in Mark 1 the reason we didn't see it was because he wasn't aggressive enough with the poison timing / damage, and I guess we took out the first form too quickly for something like Triple Torch to happen. So that's a note on that kind of stuff. But now, of course, the first thing to check is... Did our bed potions deal with science? They did, didn't they? Okay. So we'll quickly start with this. But obviously Penance is going to be gaining back monster HP. So I've got to find a way to deal with this very quickly. I mean, we'll go for the Dispel, but Waka's... Can I quick pockets here? Ah, shit. I think it's too dangerous to try and go for the Dispel here. If Obliteration takes us out, then we're in big trouble. So I'm going to Mega Elixir here instead. And hope for the best. I mean, after Obliteration, it's going to gain back that, like, that 140k or whatever. So this is really bad now. Got to try and keep an eye on everything here. 56,000 gained. Ah, shit. I think this Rapture's going to kill Waka. Shit. At least, no. I was going to say at least we can full life him, but he's got an auto life, so that's not the case. Oof. This is really not good. Really, really, really not good. I think I still have to entrust and find new elixir here. Honestly, at this stage, I feel like it might be worth the risk of using Ultra Null and then trying to heal and claw my way back into the battle, because now I have two characters that don't have any of the buffs. I think it's worth the risk. Look at that, 93,000. Again, it's the first test battle. I'm assuming that you can't I'm assuming that you won't be able to dispel that. If we can, that's fine, but knowing Pbirdman, he's probably got like on and off switches for it. But I'm in just such deep shit right now that I've really got to just focus on healing. I'm barely clawing above 30,000 HP. And I had to sacrifice the overdrive to get the buffs back. So Penance has regained a few 100,000 here. Okay. So let's at least try the Dispel. I don't think it's going to work, but we got to know. The answer is no. Okay. So we just got to keep the pressure on. There's not much choice here. Got to do our best. I am leaning towards the idea of it needing to be a absolute maximum HP kind of battle. But you see what a difference the buffs make? Because I constantly had Protect, Shell, and everything I needed. Oh, what's going on here? Downtrodden. Holy shit. So these are all the new moves I didn't get to see last time. Whoa, it's a big meteor attack? Fuck me. That's a very Penance move. And it takes all my MP too. How did these guys survive that though? Oh. Yeah, I don't know, man. It's funny because Waka's the only one that didn't have auto life and he survived. Thunder Drop, even more moves. What the hell? How can you get so many moves back to back? Please tell me it's a singular move. Yeah, okay, well. That concludes our first attempt for today. Yeah, that was brutal. I'm not even sure how I'm supposed to survive after that. There's just too many moves at once again. It's one of these things again, if I take away... If I ask Pbirdman to take away the Dispel effect, then I have all of my buffs throughout. And I literally take half the damage from all of these moves, pretty much. So it kind of changed things, it swings things quite heavily. And because there's just literally so many moves, buffs make a big, big difference. Okay, so I'm going to give it one more attempt. I'm not going to give up straight away here. I mean, I did make some progress in this battle, and it was definitely a much, much better one. But it did seem like I got completely overpowered at the end. I'm going to try and see if I can focus on keeping my buffs for longer here. I think it's one of these where you can't ignore it when your buffs are gone. Because you just do too much damage, you take too much damage, and there's too many moves to hit everybody. I think that's the thing. I mean, you got Obliteration, you got Ultimagia, you have Triple Torch, you have Downtrodden, you have Thunder Drop, you have Rapture. That's already 6. You have the Arm Swipe for the 7. There might even be more. So that's already 7 moves off the top of my head that I counted that hits everybody. So maybe that's one aspect that I'll say to Pbirdman. Maybe you need not 7, but maybe 4 or 5 that hit everybody, just as a little bit of a reprieve to have a move or two that does less damage to everybody. So I think that's something that it might be worth considering telling him, because it does seem, especially as you get to that sort of downtrodden Thunder Drop kind of levels, they just do insane amounts of damage and you just don't have enough turns to heal. I mean, let's say you even do survive them, you would have taken 50, 60, 70, 80,000 damage, and you can't heal that in time unless you have an overdrive. And then the next barrage of turns come and you take another 30, 40, 50. So it seems like if collectively your party's taking that much damage every 5 or 6 turns, then all you can really do is just toss potions endlessly. But then your buffs are going to run out, so then you're going to get absolutely slaughtered. So I think it's one of these where, again, it might be a bit of an overcorrection here. So we'll see. I'll send him a message and see what he thinks. But in the meantime, I will give this form another go just to see. Maybe I get some better RNG. Maybe I can see the second form or something. So we'll give it a go. The aim is still to make it to the second form. Okay, so I sent Pbirdman a nice long message just giving him some thoughts on my first attempt here. But we are not giving up that easily. We are going to try again and see if we can do a better job. I mean, once Triple Torch happened, the battle just went completely out of control. But we'll see. Maybe if I can act more quickly, I'll be able to get there. But, I mean, on the one hand, I want to go more quickly so I can get to Form 2 before Triple Torch happens. But then, on the other hand, part of the reason I can't get there is because I wasn't taking enough time to rebuff. So, it's a catch-22 at the moment. I think it does depend a bit on Ultimagia RNG as well. Let's just start to get going anyway. I mean, if this second attempt plays out pretty much exactly the same as the first one, then maybe what I'll do is I will come in, I'll quickly maybe edit my stats to get up to absolutely maximum HP, see if that helps. And if that doesn't help either, then I think I'll have to talk to Pbirdman. Because, I mean, we haven't even seen the second form. If with pretty much absolutely max stats, I'm not even getting to the second form, then I think it does mean it's too hard. Especially given how easily I could do it in the first form. It means one of those where we'll probably need some sort of sweet spot in the middle, where with some effort and some risk I can get to the second form. That's the plan. We'll see. I mean, maybe I do better this time round and actually make it to the second form. Who knows? I mean, honestly, one of the biggest problems in this battle is, like I always say, once you get to this level of HP, things actually get more difficult, because if you're taking like percentage-based damage and all that kind of stuff, you just can't heal. It just takes too long. Okay, let's keep going. Really? Come on! I'm pretty sure like the evasion or the luck stat hasn't changed here. It kind of sucks. We'll keep pushing till Ultimagia happens. So again, as you can see, while I've got all of my buffs, it's really a lot more manageable. Ah, damn it. See, now this is where it all starts to go to shit. But again, if you ask me, like, if you take away Ultimagia, in terms of its dispelling of your buffs, then again, I feel like you have the opposite problem. So, I'm not entirely sure yet, we'll see. I'm still going to go for... I'm going to bank on not getting 2 Ultimagias in a row. I really do need those buffs, because it slips away too quickly when you don't have them. But this missing is really weird, like that shouldn't be happening. I'm pretty certain once I did Ultra Null, I didn't miss at all in the first session. That just didn't happen. Okay. Let's keep going. Is this phase of the battle where I need some good RNG? Like, not Ultimagia, maybe like using Rapture 2 or 3 times back to back? Because at this stage, Rapture is a move that is going to be most beneficial for me. Yeah. because I'm pretty sure it just does damage, and when I've got all of my buffs, it's not an overwhelming amount of damage. But things just scale up so fast. I mean, if you don't have any buffs here, you're going to be taking about 40,000. So it just gets nasty very, very quickly. You've got to have them buffs. Okay, let's keep it going. Let's keep the healing on point. Waka missing 3 times already. How? Why? How? Screw it, Mega Elixir. Okay. No power breaks for anyone yet, thankfully. Maybe with this one I get lucky and Riku can throw in a few turns too. We'll see. But I'm going to go with the option of not dispelling power break this time. Especially if I already have my buffs, of course. Because we still do decent damage even with... you see? Here comes trouble. My beautiful buffs. Look at that. This is not good. I'm going to wait out a turn or two and I should be able to entrust an overdrive to Riku. But basically we want to be at max HP here. I don't mind running out of healing waters for this attempt for now, unless I literally run out like close to the end, if it means I can get a good attempt in and see the second form. I'm wondering if I should just defend with all 3 to take less damage, but that's 300,000 damage I'm throwing away. I'm just going to go for it. At least it will charge my overdrive more. So far, the only person to have missed is Waka, and he's missed 3 times. What kind of weird RNG is that? He still has the best accuracy. Yeah, there we go. Ah, horrible combination. You see, now I'm in a horrible state because that's horrible. Literally no choice but to pull this move here. It's one of these where again I gotta get them buffs back. But because I'm using on Mega Mighty G, I won't be able to use Final Elixir, so I still got to heal as well. Yeah, so if this hits Riku, thankfully it didn't. Confuse is too dangerous, so I have to remedy it before. So again, this is a fine line here. And of course the next move could always be Ultimagia, but I think you have to take that risk. And again, I'm going to start to spam some Mega Elixirs here, just for quicker healing. I've really got to make use of that quick pocket speed. And get back up to speed. Okay. Let's go with that. Okay, Okay, I'm really just... I'm burning through the items here to stay alive. There's no point being stingy in this battle. But look how many turns those quick pockets have gotten me. So I guess this is how I'm going to play it for now. Just really focus on the buffs and the healing. And only attack when I know that they're on point. But obviously triple torch is not far away, and once that happens and that regen kicks in, I really don't know how I'm going to deal with that. I'm hoping it's a timed regen, and then we just deal with it for a period. So this is a good combo of moves here. Okay. Yeah, I'm going to get these guys to attack. I'll get Riku to heal instead. Unless she gets uppercutted here. In which case I've got to waste more turns. But at least again, I'm working my way towards an overdrive so I can reapply pretty quickly if need be. Titus took the uppercut, so I'm just going to do this. The HP variation is really starting to grow here. Start using some of my X potions. I mean, overall, this is definitely a better attempt here. Okay. Doing pretty good for now, but once triple torch comes, things are going to change. I'm pretty sure I haven't even hit it yet with after triple torch. Okay, we're at a stage where I think if Tidus in trust, she's kind of got enough, but not quite. She doesn't quite have enough for the overdrive, I think. So we'll keep going. It's not quite going to be enough, but we'll be guaranteed an overdrive on her next turn, I'm pretty sure. So we'll go for it anyway. Yeah, it's very close. Okay. Hopefully if this hits someone else, then Riku can get the overdrive. Okay. That's good. So I think playing it this way so far has definitely been the better call. I guess I went too aggressive on my first attempt. And that darkness just does not go away, by the way. Okay. Waka's in a defensive stance, so hopefully the damage here will balance out pretty well. They should be on roughly, well, with Tidus at least, similar HP, yeah. Ah, that's just unfair. Fuck you. It's already used it like 4 times in this battle and only like 1 rapture or 2. Okay. Again, at this stage, I'm only going to reapply buffs with Riku's overdrive. Like, I'm not gonna wimp out that hard because I really got to just make progress here. Strip. Obviously now Terra Graviton is the move to fear, but at least it'll charge our overdrive gauges pretty handily. I'm just going to attack. Strip. Okay. But I guess obliteration is going to happen first, so it's not as big a deal. Right? It's definitely a physical hit, so Titus's confusion should be gone. Yeah, it's gone Ultimaja happy anyway. Honestly, if it keeps doing this, it's not as big a deal, but Rapture hits so hard. And obviously Terra Graviton hits even harder if you don't have Shell. But for now, that's about as good as I could have hoped for, considering that my buffs are not very good right now. Okay, got to keep going for it here, I think. We'll quick pocket some Mega Elixir here again. I'm pretty sure I'm more than a tenth of the way through and I have more than a tenth of my Mega Elixir, so I'm going to assume that I'm good. And we are getting some good damage done here, so... he says as he misses. Oh yeah, Riku's still got Darkness, shit. I totally forgot about that. So they're in a bit of a weird sync right now. But I think it will be Riku with the next move, unfortunately. Yep. So depending on what comes next, we should be able to get an overdrive here, once we entrust. Yeah, get all of the Ultimages out of the system, man. I'd rather you do it now. Got to get rid of that provoke. And it's only Riku that's power broken, so it's not so bad. I think I'll get that entrusted now as well, while I can. In case I get uppercutted. Again, very, very close to an overdrive. That's not fair. So hopefully our HP will be decent and we'll be able to get those buffs back again before Triple Torch happens. I don't want to use Entrust one more time. Like, I'm not going to waste 50% of an overdrive bar just for a 5% gain on Riku. Oh, here we go. Yeah, because of that poison damage, it's timing, I guess. As soon as the HP falls below that threshold, that's just what happens. You can't help it. So it gets 2 attacks in a row sometimes as well. Again, for now, I'm going to ignore the regen and really focus on staying alive. So this is a time when I really don't want Ultimaja happening. Otherwise we're going to be in deep shit. Okay. I don't have a choice here but to remedy Waka. Okay. I think to start this phase again, I'm going to go big on the Mega Elixirs here. Just really be prepped. Okay, let's try and get that first attack and see how we do. Immune? Oh, I see what he's doing here. He's trying to create like a sort of a recovery phase for it, and I guess maybe we have to use magic here to do damage. That's super nasty. I mean, I guess the question is how long is it going to last? If it's temporary and it's not too long, then maybe it's not so bad, but... Last time I couldn't even make it through this phase, so I need to just, for now, focus on staying alive. I'm not gonna focus too hard on trying to beat the regen. Main priority is just staying alive for now. So yes, he is going to heal like a beast, but right. Since we've got to start using some magic here, and Riku can join in on that as well, potentially. Okay. Again, not much choice here in terms of what we can do. We don't have an overdrive, so we can't double cast flare and stuff. So let's see how much Old Faithful Holy does. I guess here we just got to do our best to 87,000. Okay, that's good. What is that? Whoa, that looks super cool. That's an amazing animation. Holy shit. When his chest like glowed like that, I was like, oh my god, I'm actually dead. But holy shit. That was epic. Okay, speaking of holy shit, let's do another holy. Okay. This second attempt has been really, really fun. I've been enjoying this. So thankfully the adjustments have meant that I've been able to stay in the game for now, but we haven't had like downtrodden and shit happening yet. So we don't know yet. Still only power break. Honest. Wait, is the regen gone? No, it's not. I just saw it flickering. I mean, I'm gonna keep going for it for now. I don't think there's much else I can do. I'm not that far off maximum HP, so we just gotta try, man. At least we're still doing significant damage here. That's about 250k from those 3 attacks. But I'm just wondering what's gonna switch off the regen. That's what we've got to be looking out for here. But what a battle. This is turned it into what I want to see. Oh god, that's not what I want to see. If I entrust to Riku, it's not going to be enough for a full overdrive. Or is it? Oof, it's going to be very close. I have to try once again. Oh man. You see, downtrodden happens after my buff's already gone. That's not fair. That's not fair. Okay. I mean, this did like 40,000 and something damage last time. Maybe this is what I mean, like, oh no. Okay, it's a shaky animation, but at least it hasn't crashed. Right. That was a nasty array of moves. But now, and I think she's cursed too, which is fantastic. Oh wait, and my special's been disabled? What? What? I can't entrust, and I can't quick pockets, I can't do shit. So this is like... This is a huge, huge problem. I just got to do my best to survive here. For now, it really is just all about survival. I don't care how many megalixirs are being lost in the process. Since I can't entrust, my options are way more limited. So I just got to burn through those. I mean, Waka don't even have no buffs, so I'm gonna just defend with him, I think. At least the other two have their 5 times cheer and focus, which is something, but I just got to hope the regen is gone. Maybe like those series of massive moves are what switches the regen off. Withering Wind. Oh my god, so many moves! He did say I struggled with the animations on these. It was very tough to get animations that worked. 25,000 on everybody. Look at Riku. Oh my god. Wait, my overdrives are gone? Oh, this is absolutely atrocious. Come on now. What the hell? Special's gone, my overdrive got wiped off. But I do think that regen is gone, so I'm literally just trying to hold on right now. There really isn't much else I can do. I mean, Curaga seems silly to use here. I'm just going to keep spamming the Megalixirs. I really can't see what else I can do here. Until I get a way to have a foothold in the battle. Let's just throw one in here just to see how much it can do. Yeah, you see, it's that kind of weird HP where it's just not enough, and you're going to get all of it wiped away there. So, no. But I think it was worth throwing in. I mean, if you could heal like 40,000 or something with it, then things might have changed. But while I don't have my special, I'm fucked. And I'm barely even going to survive obliteration now. Yeah, so I'm not really sure what I can do here with no overdrives and no special, no quick pockets, no nothing. But at least the regen is gone. That's something. And I obviously have no idea how I'm going to get my... special back. And I'm just burning through these so fast. Maybe until I get my special back I shouldn't even bother. I should just use Auto Life and Curaga instead. But Curaga just not enough, man. It's worth seeing, can you even drain the arms, maybe? I mean, I don't think I tried to magic damage the arms at all. Yeah, I probably did in the very first attempt, but... Yeah, I think this battle's coming to an end, so... The special disappearing is something I could not have foreseen. And just when I was getting ready to put my buffs back on, he wiped away all of my overdrives too. So it's like, come on, man. But yeah, all we need is like a obliteration and a rapture back to back and we're dead. And obviously gaining back HP all the time. And like I say, because every attack hits everybody anyway, there's no... Like, you just cannot heal anyone, really, because everyone's constantly getting bashed. And her overdrive isn't going up, and we can't entrust because we don't have our special. So it's just a very weird... Your hands are really tied here. And all I can do is just burn through Megalixirs. I really don't have any other play here. I don't see what else I can do. Curaga is just too slow and it only heals one person for 13,000, so why on earth would I do that? It makes no sense. Waka's finally going to die here. At least I can full life him, that's something. Without the buffs, he's just been taking too much of a beating out there. But fine without your special, man, that's freaking tough. Maybe I just have to rely more on... but then again, like I say, my buffs are gone. Without Riku's overdrive, I can't get my buffs back. So I'm kind of unsure here of how to proceed. And we're just losing out on HP all the time. Let's at least try and keep Waka in the game for a while. Honestly, at this stage, I don't really know what I can do. So I think I will end this session, this video here after this battle. Have some more conversations and then figure out where we're at with this whole thing, because again, Triple Torch seems to just change everything. Thunder Drop, I think it was Thunder Drop that disabled my special, and it just, like, special is the thing that's keeping you in the game, so I don't know. Just have no moves. Like, did the agility go up or something? Like, that just seems too fast. We don't even have the agility advantage anymore. So I'm not liking this. We'll keep up the Mega Elixir spam. I mean, I'm gonna hang in there until I get my special back if that happens. You see, now the turns have shifted again. Why did the turns look like that and then like this? Again, that's something I need to show Pbirdman, because I don't really understand how that works. Maybe there's like random agility shifts across turns or something. I don't know. Okay, my special came back. How? Okay, so whatever happened there, something shifted. It might be from the poison damage once again. We've shifted back into the first phase of the battle, I believe. Okay. I would have loved to keep Tidus. I want to keep Tidus alive here because he's got the focus and all that kind of stuff. But then again, I think Riku needs it too. So it doesn't really make a difference here. Yeah, even Waka's been power broken. We just got nothing, man. All of our stuff just keeps disappearing. We basically need like an entire reset here. But I'm just thinking, is there anything good I can do along the way to sort of help? But I don't think so. Honestly, other than dispelling Waka, because he's going to be the only one that's alive. But I'm glad we made it through that phase of the battle. I don't know if it's still overkill, because I had to literally burn maybe 15-20 Mega Elixir just to survive it, which is not going to be feasible for the rest of the battle. But I don't know. There's got to be something. We need to probably do something for that, I think. Okay, so let's just get on with this. Entrust. And the long road to recovery must begin. Oh god. Yeah. At least again, we've had a few Ultimages, maybe get it out of the system, give us a chance to recover. But there's just not enough turns. Riku's not going to survive yet. But I do have double overdrives now, so maybe I will. I don't know. Yeah, we literally have 2 turns here, and Riku's is not one of them. So again, we have to quick pockets, I think. Well, even that's not quick enough. Yeah, Tidus isn't going to survive anyway, so screw it. We just need Riku to make it. It's one of these things where once your buffs and stuff are gone, you're too far behind, and it's going to take you ages and good RNG to try and catch back up. Like, my HP is so low right now, I really need a final elixir, but I just don't have the turns for it, and I don't have the overdrives for it either, so I have to just keep doing this, but then you're going to get spammed with like Rapture and all that other shit, so I really don't know. We'll keep trying, we'll battle to the bitter end. That's how it's been. That won't change. At least now we know we'll survive the next obliteration, but what comes after it, I don't know. We'll survive that. Oh, fuck off. Fuck off. Seriously. Honestly, I think maybe because of this, maybe because of the whole triple torch situation, I might have to change my opinion on Ultimaja and say that it shouldn't have Dispel. Maybe modify the damage so that even if you do have your buffs, they'll still do a bit more damage. But I think Ultimaja just gets used too much. Literally went to all that effort and all of my buffs are gone again. So when you're trying to claw back the battle, if Ultimaja keeps getting spammed, then forget it, you can't do it. And he's probably gained back like 500,000-600,000, maybe more, since the triple torch phase started. Wow, 75,000. It's just horrific. Really horrific. Because I don't have my cheer and focus either, I just got nothing. Getting totally wrecked. My HP is so low I can't do damage, I have to use all of my turns to heal. And even that's not enough, as you can see, I'm just getting wiped. So, it's close. Honestly, it feels like it's close. But I do feel like we've got to change some stuff here, because the problem is, obviously, right now, all I'm doing is surviving. I'm not making any progress here. And overall, if you look at where we're at, we're nowhere near winning this battle. So you got to remember that even now, if you're like, yeah, well, you're surviving and maybe you can do a little bit more, it's like, well, I haven't even seen the second form, so I don't think that's how it works. So we've got to have a chance at this. I think given like the abuse we've taken in terms of the moves, even making it this far I think has been good, but I might see if dropping the arms agility a notch could be good. Like, keep everything else the same, but their moves might just be a bit too frequent. It will give us a slightly bigger window to heal, and we'll get dispelled a little bit less often and that kind of thing. But it's just absolutely horrible here. I can't charge my overdrives quick enough either. And well, triple torch is not too far away as well. So now I have to spam like another 5 megalixirs to try and stay alive. I'm genuinely surprised I'm still alive at this stage. But I haven't landed an attack on Penance in like 10-15 minutes, I think. So it's purely survival and nothing more. I'm literally spamming it to the high heavens. All to see that second form. I really don't care. Just give everyone maximum HP. Let's go. But I don't have 5 times aim here, so I'm probably going to miss a few times as well. But whatever. Let's try. Yeah, so without your 5 times aim, you're not even hitting, so that makes it even worse. That's fantastic. I think I'll have enough overdrive next time. So if I do a double entrust, Riku should have enough to give me the Ultra Null. And then, finally, after like a 15-minute break, I might be able to actually make some progress, but we'll see. Because, I mean, it used Rapture twice in a row, which is great, but by the time I'm ready to go on the attack again, it's going to use Ultimage and my buffs are gone. So, it's just this sort of cat and mouse that's pretty much never ending. Okay. Let's get going, man. Okay. That's the first attack in like literally 15-20 minutes, I think. But now, finally, we're back. So it took a lot for us to survive all of that, but we're finally back to doing damage. Waka's power broken, but you see what I mean? Everything that I put in, and it's just getting wasted here. I think maybe we can have like Dispel beyond one move, so when I say one move I mean a singular move, so maybe Uppercut can have a Dispel effect, but not Ultimaja that hits everybody, because that's just horrible. So that's something I'll suggest for the next one, because I mean I'm not gonna be able to win on this battle. It's just not gonna happen. I'm pretty sure Triple Torch is literally gonna happen within the next 5 minutes. And so we'll go into that phase again without me having really done much damage at all. So just to really make a push to see the second form, I'm doing shit like spamming Megalixirs here. Even if I drop down to like 20 Megalixirs by the time I hit Form 2, I don't care. I just wanna get there. And Waka's literally missed 6 times now, 5 or 6 times. Tyus has missed once, and that's been it. Either there's some kind of wither here going on, I'm not really sure, but... There's no reason why Waka specifically should be missing that many times. It doesn't make sense to me, but whatevs. Since Waka's missing so much, he can do that. It's one of these where it's kind of a shame because I have absolutely no way of really tracking how much damage I'm doing in any realistic way other than having a calculator with me. There's no way I'm playing like that. It would be nice to know how close I am to the second form. Okay, at least he's not power broken. But we're literally just giving it all to survive here. Even when power broken though, we do decent damage. It's not terrible. But I don't know why I'm on a missing spree. It must be some kind of wither. And that's not good because we have a 12 million HP battle here. Again, I'm going to inquire about that. If there is a wither... Just giving it everything to survive and see that second form. Horrific. At least I effectively have 2 overdrives now, though. That's something. So I'm still going to keep trying. I'm going to get my buffs back again. Not giving up on them buffs. I think just in case, if I use the If I use the Mega Mighty G and then Rapture happens, I'll be in trouble. So I think to keep up with healing, we'll continue the spam. At least I can say that I gave it everything and I got to see the second form. I treat it as like two different bosses. Like the first form is a boss in and of itself. And then we've got the second form. But again, we've taken so much damage here that we have no real choice here but to spam a whole bunch of turns here to get back on track. Again, could use Healing Water here, but I'm too far behind in this battle to really care at this stage. I'm not going for the win. Beating the first form is enough of a moral victory. Here we go, look, it's Triple Torch again. So my odds of making the second form have dropped to like 5% now, I think. Wait, what? There was no numerical damage there. So it has a death effect too? That's really weird and really unfair. Again, another one in my notes. I refuse to accept that. That's not fair. It's hard enough as it is to maintain any kind of buffs, and then you just throw in a random cheap death. No. Getting absolutely destroyed here. So at least I do have an overdrive in my pocket. That's something. Good old Mega Elixir. Screw you. I'm just going to fire off some holies anyway. I don't care anymore. Yeah, even this little reply here. It's toying with me now. Just too many moves. Too many moves that hit everybody, too many stays effects, too many back-to-back moves, too much damage, all of the stuff. But this is what you'd expect from a Penance battle. I mean, is it completely unsurvivable? No, it's not. That's at least one thing. But it's one of these battles, again, where it's happened a few times in the mod, where just because you can survive against the boss, it doesn't mean that it's still been sufficiently well balanced and that it's going to work. Especially when you have 12 million HP to take out, survival's not enough, because all survival means is that you're just wasting more resources. And look how many turns we had back to back again here. So there's definitely adjustments that need to be made here. I don't think there's a realistic chance of you doing 12 million damage under these particular circumstances. So on the one hand, I'm definitely happy because this is the Penance that I wanted to see, something that does feel truly like insurmountably powerful. 12 million HP, and with literally, it must be over 10 attacks or something that we've seen. Devastating damage, status effects, you know, requiring endurance, requiring great stats, requiring sort of figuring out how the boss works, requiring a lot of resources and all of that kind of stuff. So in general, I'm happy with the direction it's going. It's definitely better than Session 1, where I pretty much breezed the first form. It was like 2-3 out of 10 difficulty. And then we had that annoying Delta attack situation. I didn't even get to talk about it because I didn't make it to the second form. But in terms of that stuff, that Delta attack has been sort of fixed so that it doesn't dispel auto life. So as long as you have auto life, you don't need an Aeon shield for it, and you don't have to count how much damage you've done and try to guess when it's going to go to the second form. All of that stuff was completely overkill and way too specific to make it work feasibly and make it a fun or entertaining or even a challenging battle in the right way. So that's been changed as well. So I think overall we're much, much closer, and I think with maybe a few more tweaks in the next attempt, I think hopefully we'll break through that first form and have our first real shot at defeating Penance, because there's just so many variables here that as you've seen, that we will need to work through and do some more testing to figure out which way we want to go and how we're going to find that sweet spot. Because honestly, at the moment, I don't know. There's probably 10 things that I could say that I think will help swing the balance, but how many of those 10 things should Pbirdman use and how many will actually be needed, obviously is anyone's guess. But there's only one way to find out. I will be continuing to test, and you guys will be continuing to see more footage. Thank you for your patience. This is, of course, the final battle of the mod, so we're doing everything we can to make it the biggest, baddest battle of the whole game, while also not making it pretty much impossible either. So that balance is extremely difficult, and there's so many moves that to be factored in, and the battle is just so long that it's going to be the one that probably takes the longest to try and get right in terms of what Pbirdman envisions, and for me testing it to see if I can actually beat it and set a reasonable benchmark for anyone else that's playing the game in the future. So thank you everybody for your continued support. We'll be back soon with more. I'll see you soon. Take care.